Oh, hey, have a seat. I didn't see you there. So you're here for the Pockets Fulla Pillz interview, right? Okay, I'm glad you're here. Do you know what Pockets Fulla Pillz is? I mean, do you know what it means, like, metaphorically? That's cool, that's cool. A lot of people don't. So I'm glad we're doing this interview. Pockets Fulla Pillz, the actual name, comes from the last line of a piece of poetry I did while at Howard University. The last line of that poem stated, 50 years ago, we had hearts full of hope. Nowadays, all we're left with is pockets full of pills. While I was training to be a drug counselor, I noticed that exact concept from my earlier poem. And as I was counseling people that were addicted to drugs, I noticed that all I was really doing was convincing them to get off of one drug and to get on another drug, such as, methadone or Prozac or Xanax. And it kind of just struck me as odd that no one really was chronicling this, as an artist. So I started asking a question, a very non-invasive, passive question. And I asked my clients, I said, if you had cancer and you got the verdict from a couple of doctors and they told you were going to die, no question about it, and you had two places you can go, and only two. The first one was a religious center, a church, a mosque, a Buddhist center, temple, and the other one was another hospital. Which one would you pick? Overwhelmingly, they all answered the hospital. So I thought that was odd, and after they answered, I just moved on with therapy. I didn't want to go any deeper, but it bothered me for a while. So then I started asking the people around the office. These are doctors, nurses, other mental health professionals, the same question. And overwhelmingly, they answered the exact same thing. So one day, in my little micro experiment, I just asked my grandma, who's, at that time, she was about 82. She's still with us. I asked her, I said, Grandma, if you had one place to go, where would you go? And she answered, the church. So I thought that was kind of strange. She was really one of the first people that answered the church out of about 30 people. So I started asking other people that were over 75, and they all answered just as often the church as people answered the hospital that were under 75. So this got me thinking. I started writing more poetry and doing more sketch work, just like this pill here that later became our logo. And while backpacking in Asia, I started meeting some artists, and I started thinking to myself, I can actually bring this body of work to light. Because although I'm a sketch artist, I'm not as good as I could be. So I started enlisting the help of freelancers from throughout the Philippines and China, and also in America, to kind of create an art collective to chronicle what I thought was the greatest shift in Western civilization, where people started trusting more in materialism, technology, and medicine, whether it be illicit drugs or pharmaceuticals. When they started trusting in these three things more than nature, religion, or themselves. People, if they like a girl, if a guy likes a girl, in this new religion or situation, paradigm, they don't actually go to the girl. They start thinking about what car they can buy, what t-shirt or suit they can buy to impress the girl. It's all about materialism now. When you want to meet people, you go on to Facebook, and there's nothing wrong with this, but it kind of changes the dynamic of what people really put their trust in. So being so much a part of this, part of the youth culture, technology, materialism, definitely, and medicine, very career-wise, I wanted to do something as an artistic outlet. So I created Pockets Fulla Pillz. It started off as a graphic design studio, and then later became an animation studio. We worked with Waka Flocka Flame. And from there, it became a t-shirt studio, and more people started to want the images we were making on shirts. So we sort of became a full-blown multimedia company, and before I knew it, everyone was liking it and asking the question, what is Pockets Fulla Pillz? So Pockets Fulla Pillz is this very heavy, deep concept put in a really lighthearted, easy-to-digest medium. We create characters such as test subject number 667, the suit / the machine, the cyborg attorney, Pill and Toddler, Chris, the blue-haired intern, Rocket Girl, oh my god, I think Sparkles has rabies, Isn't That My Toaster? All these characters actually exemplify certain elements of this concept. Elements that make it not so deep, not so boring. So from Pockets Full of Pills, its artistic mission, we collaborate with other artists and we sort of grow in a very organic way. And that's what Pockets Full of Pills is. And basically, it's not everything I didn't say. Are you clear now? So you still want to hang out, get some cool shirts, see some artist work? Welcome to the team.